We'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bills and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudner. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago: 18 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since the Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That's on the guard, David Edwards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 3 yards out. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Tua sets up to pass it. Out route to Hill, complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh. No flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Kincaid, the man in motion. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, it's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Approachment defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Holding offense.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. On a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Now Tua. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
On play action, here's Tua rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Dolphins on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and forever. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Cook up the gut. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Here's Thompson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Open man downfield is Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Thompson. Over the middle to Beckham. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 6 now. Here's Thompson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Thompson going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Allen. That's Samuel. Caught left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
Following the fumble recovery, Thompson getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Holding, offense. offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Thompson. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Sanders is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Thompson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Thompson looking to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
It's a run with Mostert. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Thompson going play action here. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Running the counter with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Now it's Thompson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Thompson. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Thompson now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Here's Thompson. Flush to his right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Skylar Thompson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Now Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end Knox. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. The slot man in motion right. Allen going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now 1st and goal. Here's Allen. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a
Personal
hold,
foul.
or did they rough the
Passer.
quarterback?
Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Miami, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.